George and her husband who lived here. They lived in this side of the house. The house then, as now, is divided down the middle by a brick dividing wall. Now in 1863, George's husband is away at war. George is pregnant. She gives birth to a baby shortly before the battle. She invites her sister Jenny and their mother, Mrs. Wade, over to help take care of her and the baby. Now what should happen July 1st? The armies meet north and west of town. A battle erupts. Union forces are compelled to retreat through the town, down Baltimore Street, this street right here, and other sidelining streets, until they end up here, Cemetery Hill. Now this hill looks very different than it would have in 1863. All of these buildings and the ones on Steinway Avenue were all not here. Believe it or not, no 1863 into Gettysburg.
It's right near. We're on our way to the reenactment in a high-class bus.
Hi, it's air conditioned with the windows, so it's very cool. My hat's blowing off.
What? Yeah, we're out in the farmland. Just to show you and prove to you that that's the case.
They've got carbines, shorter rifles, and you notice that they're crouched down behind a stone wall. And this is historic. There was a stone wall in the field. These guys are taking shelter behind. And the advantage of firing a carbine, a shorter rifle that a horse soldier can more easily fire from horseback, is that you can crouch down behind some type of dismantled fence rails. Agrarian at this time in the war. You know, most of these guys come from farms and plantations. They've been raised on horses, pretty much grown up with them their whole lives. They're natural in the saddle. And if they lost a horse, they would generally either become dismounted cavalry or they'd have to go home and get a new horse. The federal government supplied the Union their horses, and because a lot of the Union guys were, you know, from cities primarily, for the most part, they weren't real accustomed to being on horseback at the beginning of the war. But you got to remember, here at Gettysburg, we're a little over 2 years into the war. So by this time, the federal cavalry, by the time you get to the Battle of Brandy Station on June 9th, about a month before this, the Union cavalry has proven itself now to be the match. Weather conditions, guys, my gosh, it's very, very similar. It was about 88 degrees and partly sunny, very similar to what we're seeing right now. Michael Jacobs was a college professor at what we call Gettysburg College today. It was called Pennsylvania College. He lived in Gettysburg. He kept temperature recordings, and so we know it was about 88 degrees and partly sunny that day. The battery, really rare. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that before. If I have, I can't remember too many times. It's kind of neat to see that in the field. And you notice, guys, it takes 6 horses to carry a cannon. Do you notice how they travel? The cannons are attached to a 2-wheel vehicle called a limber. The limber has the ammunition chest that supplies that particular cannon, and they're attached to the march. It took 6 horses to carry it. And this is historic. The two sides, when the dismounted cavalry fighting started to slacken and the ammunition started to run out, they will head exactly toward each other in a thundering charge. They said the ground just shook. Custer inspires his men with, "Come on, you Wolverines." How much do you appreciate?
Alright, getting ready to leave, getting packed up. Did you have a good vacation, honey? What did you like the best?
I really liked the Eisenhower House and the tour and the speech. I liked all the bike rides all through the battlefields. I liked the ghost walk, and we all got spooked about that. And I liked spending the time with some of my family members.
Oh, like me?
Wonderful. Like you, of course, because I love you.
Shall we go see what the birds are doing?
Okay, go check on the birds.
Here's the birds.
With their beaks open, 2 of them.
Getting ready. That must be the mama bird in there, see?
Oh yeah, is she big? No, that's a baby, because look at the fuzz on the head. Mama bird would have flown away.
There's the birds. Getting ready to poop on somebody's cook. I'm gonna miss those birds.
We're gonna miss them too. They've gotten so big.
I know. Mama's been feeding them. There's Mama over there on the corner. Did you see her?
She's getting mad again.
She didn't leave my birds alone.
They've gotten big.